it's Ashley, your scrapping nerd, and today we are using day 19 of 31 days of cut files. And you can see the cut file here, and it's a stack of books, which is adorable. And so I am using my 49 and Market Academia collection. I thought this would work perfectly with the cut file. And so I pulled in a bunch of papers. I wasn't completely sure what I was going to use, and I knew I was going to back with black, so that I pulled in that black piece of cardstock. And then I wasn't sure what I was going to use for my background, and then I thought I was going to use the cut aparts from the larger one, but I pulled in my 6x8 collection pad as well, and it had the smaller cut aparts, and so I ended up using those ones instead. But I really liked this wood grain, so I'm going to use that as part of my background. And on the back side is it's black and it has a bunch of numbers, and so I will use both sides, and you'll see in a minute. But I cut all sides down, and I wanted it to, at first I thought I was going to back it so that the black was just in all like a matte, and then I was like, well, I do that a lot, so I wanted to try something else. And so I pushed the paper over to the side, and I thought, okay, well, that's not too bad. And so I started to map my photo because I couldn't really decide if I liked the background. And you'll see in the end, I'm gonna actually shift it over, and then I can cut off a portion of that paper and flip it over and use the back side of it and put that on the right side of the layout. And I just liked that. I thought it added a little bit more interest than me just matting the background, just the wood grain paper. And I was trying to figure out how to get this cut file at the bottom left of the photo. So I mess around with that a lot, but in the end, I'm going to move it to the top, and so I can create a little cluster on the bottom left. So I fidgeted around with this layout a lot. I love all of the elements in the collection, and so being a more is more, I just need to put it all on the same layout. And so it causes me to fidget with things a lot to make sure I can get a good placement where it's not too overpowering to the eye. Maybe just one eyeball is a little strained, but your other one's still good. I try to find that nice balance. And so I like how this turned out though, and I like the background being split like this. And so here's where I am doing the cut aparts for from the 6x8 collection, and I'm going to put those down the right side of the layout. And I put them there, and I thought because the numbers were so busy, I needed to mat them. So I'll pull in this yellow paper from the 6x8 pad as well and back each of those. And so I am scrap lifting this photo here, and this is my best friend's son, and he graduated high school, which is still insane for me to think about. But this is my husband and I with him on his graduation night, and we all are wearing his face on our shirts, and so it's really fun. His mom and dad are wearing the same thing, and so I love that we have him with his diploma, and then my husband and I are wearing little Hawaiian shirts with his face all over them. But it was a lot of fun, and so I thought this collection was perfect for that, because the cards that I put down the right side have "You got this," "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams," which is one of my favorite quotes, and then "You are capable of amazing things." And so I really like that, and I put a lot of wordy bits on this layout. I'm just so incredibly proud of him and the young man that he has become, and so I had to add a lot of the wordy bits with this layout. But I wanted the background to be kind of have different patterns and stuff, so I did pull in the rest of that yellow piece that I used to back the little cut aparts, and I pulled in another with the green graph paper in the back, and then I had this scrap that had the little bell and everything at the top. So I just kind of really liked that. And then I put the cup file up at the top. I didn't know if I would like it there, but once I started building my cluster in the bottom left, I do like the book there. And I did back the glasses with a piece of acetate, and so you can't really tell in the video, but in person the glasses kind of have like a little shine to them since they have that acetate behind them. And I thought that was a fun way to back the glasses. But I started making my clusters, and I decided I wanted to use some of the foliage from the collection because I just thought that was a fun thing to add. So I will put these leaves kind of sprinkled all over the layout. And I pull in, so the bottom saying says, "Bravo, we know you could do it." I did pull in the huge congratulations, and I thought I was going to put that on the stack of books from the cut file, but I actually moved that down to the bottom. And the one above the photo says, "We could not be more proud of you." And then I started building this cluster. And I really like how this cluster turned out. I pulled in the desk, and then I put the globe on top of the books that were already there, and I put one of the books there. And then the collection had these owls. And I know, owls are probably not very graduation-esque, but I just loved them. And I'm like, I'm going to put these owls on here. I've got some foliage. I could put some owls. And so I put one owl on top of the stack of books in my cluster there, and I popped them up on foam. And then I put another owl on top of my little wordy bit there, also popped up on foam above the photo. And I just love it. I think that's fun. And there was the little graduation cap in the collection, so I put that down at the bottom there, and just creating my little clusters. And so, like I said, this is for 31 Days of Cut Files with MK and Janet, and there's a Facebook page and a playlist, and so that'll be all in the description box below, so you can go and see what everyone has done with this amazing cut file. There's a link to MK and Janet's YouTube channels, so you can go give them love, likes, and subscribe if for some reason you are not subscribed. And then there's also the link to MK's shop, so you can purchase the cut files, or you could just purchase some of the other amazing things that she has in her shop. And thank you to everyone that has liked and subscribed to my channel. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit those buttons. And if you'd like to be notified when I have new videos, just hit the little bell. And it's a short and sweet one today. Again, I just love this collection, so everything just came together quickly. And so I hope everyone has a great day. Bye!